Welcome to a new series. It's called All About That Drift. It's the first episode. As many as you know, the Forza tuner page and Forza Horizon 2 for that matter, it's got a bit mundane, a bit boring lately. So I figured, as I was speaking to most of you last night, I figured I'd do something to try and bring it back up and get everyone engaged back in the page again. I've come up with a couple of ideas and I've took on to consideration the things that people were saying to me. This is the first idea I've come up with. It's kind of copying like a domestic mangler off YouTube. It's kind of like one of his ideas, but I've tweaked it slightly and gave it a new name and so on and so forth. So hopefully you enjoy it. Yeah, let us know what you think if you've enjoyed it. If you've got any other ideas, just message me or Forza Tuners, whichever one you want to do. And yeah, I look forward to bringing the game back into life. Cheers, guys. What's up, guys? Right, so welcome to the new series. It's pretty short, it's pretty easy, but I think it's going to be a bit of fun. Basically, for this one, I've happened to pick a sports car. I actually used a Z4, and the reason I've called it All About That Drift is because it's a bit of a personal joke, as many of you know. The idea is you've got a dead-on stock car, like it's stock. You cannot do anything to it, and we have got a section of drift track. Well, a section of mountain that we're going to be drifting down. It's only about 30-second drift track. It's tiny. But we're going to go down it, and you're going to get your highest skill chain, depending on what that is. I can't remember what I got to now. I think my highest was 12,000. But this Z4 is an absolute nightmare to try and drift. It's a good drift car, but it just needs that bit of extra power, and obviously with the car being stock, it's very difficult. Each week I'm going to bring one of these out, new drift track. I'll pick where the drift track is, but the winner from the previous one, if they got a higher skill chain than the one I've posted, is going to be picking the car. Like I said though, your car will be stock. Okay, so as opposed to the car being stock as well, another thing is that this is a brand new car for me. I've never really drifted the Z4. I've got one, but I've never really drifted it before, so I don't think I'm using a car that I'm familiar with and so on and so forth. This is just I mean, to be fair, I did pretty crap on the drifting anyway, so I'm hoping that it's not a difficult score to beat. I don't think it will be, but I'm basing it on way, never mind. At the end of the run, I'll show you in a second, but at the end of each run, you can either record your clip. I've got a website now which I can go onto and download your clip. So I can put the clip into a video, so it doesn't mean you've got to send it to me. All you got to do is give me a game tag, and I can find the clip. And there won't be that. It'll be pretty easy to do. So I can put a load of clips into one of my clips. Is what I'm trying to say. The other side of it as well is we've got obviously stock car pretty difficult to drift, so that was a crap score. But at the end of it, you can just take a photo of it. But that is literally the run. It's that start of that tunnel, well, middle tunnel to the end of that speed camera. Yeah, there's a couple of rules to this, but I'll explain them in a second. Okay, so rule 1 is your skill chain cannot be broken at any stage. If it breaks halfway down and then you continue your chain, it doesn't count. Another thing is as well, I don't want any don't want any side swipes. You're allowed drift caps, but no side swipes. Because I want it to be about actual drifting. And also, when you get past the speed camera, you've got to whack your brakes on straight. Yeah, another thing I forgot to mention as well was when you are coming around these corners and that, I know it sounds hard, but when you are drifting and that, you've got to remember that if you do get a drift cap, that's fine. But if you get a side swipe, I know I explained it earlier, but the side swipes I'm not going to count, so you will have to do another run. You see there, I actually got 2 drifts then after the camera, so that would be a void run. Yeah, so that one there was a void run. It was not, well, it wasn't a particularly good run anyway. Luckily I got it when it was raining here, so I think this is a fairly good one. This car is so freaking hard to drift though, to be fair. It is really hard. I mean, I'm hoping that you guys will find it easy, but I did find this car difficult to drift. You are allowed tuning setups on it. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I think you can only do tyres on a stock car anyway. So yeah, so I'm just looking at the tuning now, and it turns out you can only do the tyres. You can only take modify the pressures. But I will actually do that. I'll inflate them a fair amount actually, because it'll make the car a bit better to handle, and hopefully it'll drift it a bit more. Hopefully. Yeah, I mean this Z4 is very, very grippy, so you know, whether or not it's a good car, I don't know. I just picked it because I couldn't think of a car to pick really. But the winner, if someone gets this, posts their time up with a photo or a clip or whatever you want to do. When the winner is basically the winner next week, when I announce it, will be the person who picks the next car. I'll pick the track, but you pick the car. The car will have to be stock though. That's the one rule I'm going to say for all of it. Right, so the winner next week will pick the car, as I said before, but obviously we don't know what car it is. The rule are it's got to be stock, so on and so forth. This is my final run. This wasn't my best run, but this was just the one I picked because the others I felt were a bit like shit, basically. And this is shit as well, but you know. Anyway, yeah. So I hope that everybody takes part. If you don't like the event, tell me why. Give me good feedback. The score you've got to beat is 6,556. Good luck, guys.